Alright guys, today we're going to go ahead and give my 7-round mock draft after the Orlando Brown signing. So obviously after Orlando Brown signed to the Cincinnati Bengals, huge signing by the way, gives them an amazing left tackle. I actually made a mistake in my video, I said he was right tackle. He will be moving to left tackle, which will be most likely meaning that Jonah Williams will be moving to left guard. The reason why this is the case is because they can't cut him. If they cut Jonah Williams, they would be $12.6 million they owe him. So instead, he would be moving to left guard. Now, they could cut Collins, technically, Al Collins. They would save $8 million, wouldn't cost them anything. But most likely, they will be keeping him, depending on what they do in the first round. So here's kind of how I see them going now that they have a 100% franchise tackle. Antoine Harrison is off the board completely for me. He is a left tackle all through and through, and now they have Orlando Brown. He is completely gone. But it does not mean that two other players are off the board now. DeJuan Jones and Matthew Bergeron is now an option. Now, could Cincinnati move Jonah Williams to right tackle? Very possible. He has also played right tackle in his career. But if I'm being honest here, I might go right tackle in this draft. But you know where I would go first is probably not with tackle. I am definitely now taking my tight end, Darnell Washington here from the Georgia Bulldogs. And he is 100% the first pick in the draft. The reason why is because the man Hayden Hurst is gone. With Hayden Hurst being gone, there is no way in any way possible you are not taking a tight end in the first two picks. Unless they address this in free agency, which they honestly do not have the money to do so right now, they're going to be addressing this in the draft right away. Now, again, this draft class for tight ends is absolutely amazing, and I love this draft class for tight ends. But listen, Darnell Washington is a different breed above himself. He is a right tackle / tight end. He can play both positions. So let's say Collins is your right tackle or Jonah Williams is your right tackle going into the season. If he simply does not work out, he isn't working out, you can put Darnell Washington in that spot. Darnell Washington right now, it says third round, but based on what we have seen from different mocks, he is going anywhere from early second to mid-second. In this draft right now with the 28th overall pick, it was a little bit of a reach to take him at the 28th overall pick. But it's the NFL draft. If you want someone, you go and get him. You don't wait because you're not going to be able to get him. He's 6'7", 270 pounds. He's an absolute monster. I mean, he's going to outbox pretty much 90% of players. He's also, what he's really good at was his run blocking ability. That's what he was known for in college, was his ability to actually run block. And when you have a guy who is this big, who can outbox people in the red zone, who can absolutely go up and get the football, but also if you need to run the ball, can absolutely destroy people. This is an absolute monster. I've been talking him up for the last couple of months, and I'm going to continue to talk him up until the draft because I believe Cincinnati, if they do not take him with the first pick, they might be able to get him in the second round, but that's all dependent. I say take your star right there and build your dynasty. So, here's something interesting, right? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, they did move Jonah Williams to right tackle. This could mean that they go for someone like a guard, like Steve Avila here, who actually played left guard and right guard in college. So he actually played a mix of pretty much everything, but he also played left guard. And that's, of course, what we care about a lot. He's 83.6 in pass block, so while that number at 71 does not look that sexy, a lot of that came because he was really good pass blocker. And that's what you want to do, right? You want to keep Joe Burrow up. You want to keep him healthy, avoid any problems. Now, you got yourself a franchise left tackle, right? You're going to move Jonah Williams either to left guard or right tackle. Well, here's what the thing is. You can move Jonah Williams to right tackle and draft a left guard. That's a very possible candidate. We talked about this guy before, too, the center, Luke Whitebler. He's another very possible player you could take. The reason why a lot of people like this player is because he's very smart. He knows what he's doing. As it says right here, his game is what you expect from a 5th or 6th year player. He is a very smart, and he just gets the job done every single time, exactly what you want. again, like I said, he's not going to be a player that can move the guard, but this is why we talked about before. Cincinnati could take a center with the second round pick, and then move their center to left guard. It's very possible they could do that, especially if their left guard's not working out. What we learned from last season is very important. We learned depth is the most important thing you can possibly have, and especially at the offensive line position, right? Taking another guard, taking a center. I know it's early right now, but if they're the best players on the board, there is no reason why you pass up on these positions, right? You could go corner, but personally, I don't really like Garrett Williams, and I think there's a lot better corners later on in this draft. We talked about Sam before. He has a lot of potential, but we just took a tight end, so I'm not going to double up on that position right away. I'll be honest with you, right now, it's between three players. Matthew Bergon, Steve, and Luke. Those are the three players in the second round I'm focused on here. Joe, I'm not really focused on, other than the fact he looks like a guy from the 1970s. And I'll be honest with you, Matthew is more of a left tackle than he is a right tackle. So I'm probably going with, guard here. I'm going to go with Steve here. You can move him to center, you can move him to right guard, you can move him to whatever you want if you do want to move him. But having that depth is so important. And it's not even funny here because you can also get the center. You can get the left guard and you can get the center here. Which, to be honest, I would not be against that concept. But I will say I really do like Trevis Hodges Thompson here. I think he's a really solid pick. And especially because you need to replace Eli Apple. You need to replace... Eli Apple. Also, you need to replace Trey Flowers. I can't think for some reason. But you already know Carl Brooks for Bowling Green is on the board. I'm taking the pass rusher. I'm taking the pass rusher. Get after the quarterback. Always say number one thing. All right, so we took a tight end. We took a left or right guard, a guard in general. And let me actually go back and see this. Because I do want to see how versatile that guy actually is. I didn't look too much into Steve to see what positions. So he played left guard, he played center, he played right guard, and he played a lot of it in his rookie year at the right tackle position. So he can play left guard, right tackle. You can move him around, guys. So I would love versatile players. You know that. I preach this so many times that we love versatile players. This is when I'm probably taking someone like Dwayne McBride here in the fourth round. I think my tight end I like is going to be gone, which is disappointing. Is he? He is. Oh my God. Every single time. Where did he go? Where did he go? Josh Weil from Cincinnati to the fifth round of the Packers. I think they'll get him in the fifth round in real life. I truly do believe they will. But I'll be honest with you right now, I'm probably not doubling up on tight end then this early. Actually, let me think. Because I might. No. I'm probably not. I was very much on Bennett, like saying that I really did like him. I really do like him. But I'm probably getting away from going after him in all honesty. Yeah. I might go with Kobe here. I know we just went edge rusher 2 picks ago. But I feel like working on the defensive line as much as possible is always a good thing. You know, get that defense worked out. I'm also looking at safety, though. Trey Dean III is really going up draft boards for really good reasons, because he's really actually decent. But you know what? Actually, I'm going safety here. I'm going with, I could probably take him later on. I might be able to get him in the 6th round. I'm taking him now. Quindell Johnson, safety. I'm going safety there. I'm going positional there. Just because I know in the 6th round, like you'll see, where'd he go? I know he's probably already taken. Yep, Trey Dean. Usually the rest of the good safeties, they go at the end of the 5th round. That's right now is where they're being mocked. Is end of the 5th round is usually when they're just going off the board and they're leaving. Now in the 6th round, this is where I want to take someone like a second tight end to patch up to pair up with my other guy, Darnell Washington. The problem is a lot of these guys are going to be just projects. If I'm being honest, I'm probably looking at someone like Brenton Strange here. I think that would probably be the best option here. But I could get him in the 7th round. So I'm probably not looking at him for that reason. I'm probably looking at Sterling Thomas here at cornerback to kind of get another cornerback piece. And let's see if he goes. Ooh, he might be good. Ah, he went. I think he went. I definitely think the guy I wanted went. Yep, the guy I wanted. No, he's out. He's still available. Okay. So now I'm going backup tight end. So, again, like I said, I know my only controversial pick here is going to be that second, and they're going to give Darnell Washington an F no matter what. The reason why is because I did reach for him. At the end of the day, I did reach for him. He's going early to middle 2nd round. So if you're the 28th overall pick, you're going to have to take him there. You're not going to be late for the 2nd round to get him. Especially because where they're picking. I got an A for my guard pick, which I really do like. Carl Brooks, always. You already know that. Dre McBride, always. You already know that. They did give me a Quindell Johnson. Give me a C-. I think this is just because where I picked him. I probably could have waited a little bit. I probably could have waited for the 6th round. I didn't want to. You always saw Terrell Dean went off the board. And I think, to be honest, right now, based on what I've seen from different mocks, from different experts, 5th, 6th round is usually when all the safeties go. And you don't want to be in a situation where you just don't have a safety, right? So, Sterling Thomas the 5th, he's 6th round pick. He's an A+. He's a really solid player. He's the kind of guy that you're going to have to develop. You're going to have to work on and lose defense. But I think Lou would be fine to work on him and make him better and really get him figured out. Brenton Strange from Penn State, not the greatest tight end of all time. He's going to be a project too, but that's why he's a 7th round pick. But he's going to be a project that you're going to have to slowly work on. This is why I said many times, I really want Cincy, if anything, just pick up a really budgety type, tight end in free agency. Just get a veteran on this roster. Please get a veteran on this roster. Because Darnell Washington, while he's great, you really need a veteran to help him, truly grow and develop into who he is. And you also need a veteran to kind of help out like Brenton Strange here. Right? You need another veteran on the roster to kind of bolster him in the correct direction. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.